Well, welcome back everyone to Behind the Barn. Um, really special week. Today is Monday, but by Wednesday evening, early Thursday morning, we'll actually be in Pawnee, which is for their annual steam and gas engine show. Which here, if you noticed on Facebook, you've seen the updates, you've seen the daily pictures over the last week and a half of my wife and I repainting our steam engine, which has been overwhelming to say the least. It's finally done. It looks amazing. Um, it's going to get loaded up here in the next day or two to head up there for its annual boiler inspection. That process is kind of a thorough inspection that the state does to make sure that our traction engines are safe to be run around the public. It's every steam engine here in Oklahoma, at least, that is shown publicly has gone through a state inspection. There's other states have their own different state inspections as well. They're a little bit different than Oklahoma. Every state's usually a little bit different because it's not a standard across the board inspection. If you'd like me to explain more of it or possibly make a video of it, drop a comment down below and request that, because I'm doing my best to try to bring stuff that maybe people might not know and digitize it and put it out here in the open for people to watch, and that way they can learn and understand. So which kind of brings me to the next point is what all is going to Pawnee. Well, of ours, obviously between Dad, myself, and a few other of our friends, we have quite a collection up there already. But the stuff that you've seen here on the channel, unfortunately, the yellow 2236 International will not be making the trip. When I was doing a little bit more groundwork with it near the end, it started acting kind of funny. It wasn't running quite right, and I just haven't had time to get it diagnosed and fixed. So unfortunately, it will be staying home. But for the first time in a while, our 1941 H John Deere and cultivator will be out and about. So you actually seen it work here in the last couple of videos, doing some planting corn and also cultivating. So it'll actually be in Pawnee, so you can actually see it in person. Which, side note on that whole deal, the last video, thank you so much for the views. You know, I haven't had a video reach over 1,000 views or even come close to 1,000 views, and it seems like forever. And the last I looked, it was right at just a little over 1,200 views. So once again, thank you so much for the support and the views, and just showing me that there's still hope in this YouTube channel. So on the next, so we got the H, the 1927 sprint car. It actually made the trip yesterday, and drove it around the showgrounds a little bit, kind of feeling it out, seeing if I might have to gear it a little bit slower. It seemed to do okay, so I think we'll be able to leave that alone. So it'll be there. Sprint car, the steam engine, the 41H and cultivator, it'll be at Pawnee. What else? Let's see. Oh, my wife Kristen, her BO John Deere, which is 1938 John Deere BO, will be at Pawnee. It's up there now. So you'll get to see it, get to see her drive it, and probably log some of her first hours actually on that tractor, actually running it. So very excited for that. Super proud. She is super excited. And what a great tractor. It's still got a little bit of work to do to get it right, but hey, she has her own tractor there, so she's extremely happy and proud of that. So looking forward to that. If you don't know what Pawnee is what originally started out as a Thrashermen's Reunion, which is what that is after World War II, a lot of the old Thrashermen who went off to the war came back, and well, thanks to the war, our ag industry progressed rapidly over those 6 years. And the days of the old Thrashermen were in the past. They had developed combines, though the combines were actually developed way earlier than that, but they refined the concept. They worked so much better. They're a lot more efficient. So the days of the Thrashermen were dying or nearly dead. So they had these big reunions. They'd pull out the steam engine, they'd pull out the thrash machine, they'd thrash a little wheat just to remember the good old days. And that's what Pawnee is one of. There's several shows around the country. I'm sure there's one locally to you that's within an hour's drive. There's that many of them. Now, some of them might not be as big as Pawnee. I mean, just to name a few. You got Rolog, Minnesota. You got Wauseon, Ohio. There's a couple big ones on the East Coast, like Rough and Tumble, Eaterville. There's several big shows around the country, and Pawnee is just the one, just have to be local to us. And so a lot of our stuff's going to be there. It's been there. Come say hi. If you see me out and about, say, hey, I'm a subscriber to the channel. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to talk to you. And so, yeah, maybe we can have a little chat. I might be, when you do see me, I might be busy doing something. So if I say just give me a minute, please bear with me. There's a lot of stuff that I do and everybody else around me. But I will do my best to make time to talk to each and every one of you that is willing to talk to me. So other than that, this will be the last Behind the Barn until after Pawnee. So if you have any future topics you'd like me to talk about, or potentially just either drop a comment, or you can go to the Facebook page. I'll post a link in that down in the description. Send me a message there, and we can either talk about it there, or if I feel like it's important enough, I'll bring it up and actually discuss it here on the channel. So, as always, I'd like to thank you all for watching. God bless all of you, and we'll see y'all in the next one.